We're both wearing our blue shirts today because it's Blueberry Saturday, April 15th today.
Yes, welcome to that 1870s homestead. And we get so many questions about our blueberries. How we planted them, where we got them from, what variety are they. And you guys, we planted these before we ever started YouTube, so it relies on memory that we don't quite have.
They all came from Tractor Supply.
Yep.
There was something about lemonade.
Something about North
something.
Yeah.
And they've done well. We've had some huge harvests. What did we pull in last year? 4 gallons, 5 gallons?
Oh, easily.
The blueberries, some of them look amazing.
But we have a few that have been struggling
Yes.
too. So Todd's been wanting over the last couple years to replace the struggling ones, or we have one that's just flat out dead. And so he bought himself some new ones, and since we're doing it from scratch with these new ones, we thought we would share the whole process with you.
Absolutely. These did not come from Tractor Supply. These came from a place online. We've never bought from them before. We're not affiliated with them. We're not anything with them. This is just us
No
paying
experience either.
right, paying our own money to buy these. It's from a company called Indiana Berry Company, and they have that looks like a 4-pack, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a few.
A 4-pack be called like the large variety bundle, and it's 4 different kinds of blueberries. I'll tell you what they are a little bit later in the video, but they're all big. Like some of them can get like the size of a quarter, if not bigger. So I thought it'd be fun to experiment and diversify our crop just a little bit and see what happens with them.
Sure. And then it's also blueberry fertilizing time, spring. We're actually a little late because we should have done it before they're not quite budded out, but the buds are there, but they haven't opened.
Right.
So it's going to rain tomorrow. We're getting our fertilizer on. But if you have blueberries, spring is the time to fertilize.
Yep. And then fall, winter, very, very early spring is the best time to prune.
Prune, yes.
And we've
Preferably fall and winter, but we've never pruned ours.
Never pruned ours, so we probably need to do that this winter.
Yeah.
We'll have to brush up our skills and get that part done.
Sounds good. So let's get to digging some holes, digging some old ones out.
Yep.
We have plans for those, though. They're not going to waste.
So here's a perfect example of one of the ones that's not doing good. All these branches are basically dead, except for these 4 right here. And it's struggled basically ever since we planted it. So this guy is gonna come out, the next one and the next one are gonna all come out and get replaced with the new blueberries.
So I just filled a pot with some peat moss because instead of wasting these, because they do have a little bit of life left, we're going to take them up to the cabin and transplant them up there. All right, so it's not like super ideal situation right here, but we'll keep these in the shade just because they will be stressed until we can get them up and transplanted at the cabin. I had to go get bigger pots because the root system wasn't big enough for these.
This one is really dead, I think. See all this pine straw and leaves. I collected this in the fall. So yeah, I'd say that's dead. I collected in the fall with our lawn sweeper thing, and I always put it around here. It helps insulate them over the winter, and I think pine straw can actually help with the acidity level of the soil. So yeah, I think this part right here might still be alive. But there's definitely some green shoots down here at the bottom. You guys see this little thing right here? Hopefully we're staying focused on it. I think that might be a praying mantis egg sac. They look kind of like that, all like, kind of like spray foam insulation. So we'll leave that there for sure. We have the first 4 holes dug and ready to go. For this one on the end, we're just going to reuse the existing hole. For the other ones, we're making the spacing a little bit closer, so we dug fresh holes. The soil looks good other than a little bit of weed pressure, so we always end up with grass and what is that, chickweed stuff growing in here. So we're gonna mix about a shovelful, maybe a little bit more, of peat moss and start mixing that in with our native soil to give us a nice medium to plant in. It'll help with the acidity of the soil by using peat moss.
The first one happens to be a Spartan variety, which is perfectly suited for Michigan, Spartan country. And just planting it right at the crown depth, and then we'll come back in and mulch good.
So I told you guys I would tell you the varieties, all of them. The package we ordered was the Blueberry Large Berry Collection. It includes Blu-ray, Bonus, Nelson, and Spartan. You can buy a 4-pack for $36. We bought 2 of them for $68. The Blu-ray is like their #1 seller, early mid-season. Fruit is very large, firm, but softens quickly, which limits shipping value. The Bonus ones from Michigan State University. Very good hardiness, good productivity. Berries are the largest on the market and are generally the size of a quarter to a half dollar.
Oh my goodness.
Nelson blueberries, released by the USDA in 1989. It ripens late season. Fruit is large, firm, light blue, good flavor. And the Spartan that we just planted over there was early, ripens just ahead of the Patriot. Large, firm fruit, light blue in color, excellent flavor. Bush is vigorous, upright, and open and productive. Suitable for machine harvesting. Oh, sweet. Like we're ever gonna have. Do you guys ever see them blueberry picking machines? They're amazing. And they look really expensive.
Yes.
Early season. And a large trunk.
Cool.
And what was this one?
This one, I don't know, was the Mount Nelson. That's
Nelson.
the 1800 one, you said?
No, 1989.
1989.
So it's a relatively new variety.
Okay.
So what other tips do we have to share? The fertilizer, like Rachel mentioned earlier, we have about a ½ inch of rain coming tomorrow and a little bit more on Monday. So today will be fertilizing day once we get done planting. We use that fertilizer that she showed you at the beginning, and we put about ½ of a cup around the base of each plant. Maybe should we do a little bit less on these brand new ones so we don't shock them?
Yeah, quarter cups.
Quarter cup on the brand new ones. The more mature ones we do ½ cup, sometimes up to 3/4, depending on who's doing it and who's measuring. Ready?
This looks like this has 2 different tags on it.
It does?
Yeah. One says Blu-ray, one says blue.
Blue cow large?
Yeah.
I don't know. One other thing about our blueberry crop, there's a lot of commercial blueberry farms by our cabin. We drive by, what did you say, 10, 12 fields?
Oh, easily.
Massive fields of blueberries. And you can always see that they're a very elaborate watering system for irrigation. We have none. These are back near our orchard. We don't have any water back here. And we have never, in the summer, during berry season, watered them.
Nope.
We just rely on the
Rain.
rain, and that's that. And we still end up with some really good crops. Now maybe If we did irrigate and water them in the summer, could we get more berries? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But this kind of just works for us, and we let nature do its thing. Yeah. Very nice.
Take out this extra mulch and put it around the others.
Okay.
This one too.
We will leave links to the fertilizer that we use. We just buy this on Amazon. And a link to the Indiana Berry Company. Like I said, this is our first time buying from them. The plants look good. They do sell a lot of other things. They sell strawberry, elderberry, raspberries, blackberries, grapes, asparagus. And I still want to put an asparagus bed one of these days. Maybe like over like 4 feet from where the blueberries are. Do a whole row all the way down. Might be nice. And when you do this fertilizer, you just sprinkle it right on the top and let it.
I do.
Let the rain wash it down into the soil.
And I usually go in between 1/4 and 1/2 of the plant.
Based on how big the plant is. Doesn't seem like very much.
No, it doesn't. It's not like garlic.
We were just talking about that a few minutes ago, like how much peat moss I put in the very first one, and she was like, "Yeah, that's too much." And I'm like, I think I'm like type of gardener. I garden like I cook with garlic, and you can never put too much. And she was like, "Nope, you can put too much when it comes to gardening." So I will always defer to my better half when it comes to growing food.
You can cook with it, I'll grow it.
Okay.
All done with my job.
Awesome.